welcome. Thank you so much for watching. This show is all about giving you insights and showcasing brands that help you to live your best life and give you confidence. As always, I want to kickstart your morning with some motivational advice to help you to feel inspired and energized to start your day. Today, I want to talk about the importance of understanding that belief is the key that unlocks our greatness. The reality is, belief is the foundation of any great discovery or accomplishment made by man. Everything you see in the world all began with someone who had a great idea and through a relentless belief in that idea, went on to innovate and create. Belief is the key that unlocks our greatness because without belief in ourselves, we wouldn't have the passion to push through doubts and obstacles. Belief is one of the most powerful emotions, as belief throughout history has proven to create unparalleled innovations, create trailblazers, and has the power to make non-believers believers through faith. Making your mission today to make the decision to begin replacing doubt with absolute certainty and watch how the universe matches your certainty with endless opportunities. As the saying goes, your faith can move mountains and your doubt can create them. Next up on the show, we have artists Barry Lungu, Tonderai Mujuru, and Zenda. Their artwork is displayed on Zim Holiday and Arts and Swiss Zim Heritage Online Gallery, a collaboration between two respected companies showcasing the rich cultural offerings and artistic brilliance of Zimbabwe. Barry, thank you so much for being on the show today. Your artwork is vibrant and intricate, and each painting seems to have a story behind it. I particularly love the Victoria Falls painting. Tell us what inspires your work.
Thank you so much for that question. What inspires my work is the world around me, especially here in Africa where there's so much of color, the textures, a lot of things that inspire one here when he wants to take art as a profession. All those whisper to me the beauty and wonder of the continent. I paint to translate the feelings within me, to share my interpretation of the world. Each stroke in my paintings is a reflection of my emotions, a piece of my being on canvas. I'm inspired by love and loss, by joy and sorrow, by the endless possibilities of creation. Art, I can say, is my voice, my outlet, my way to express the depth of my being. In every piece that I create, I leave a piece of myself behind, a testament to the inspiration that drives me. What I do when I want to create a piece of art is usually I go out there into the world, experience, sort of like soak into the atmosphere. Sometimes I take with me my sketchbook, or sometimes I can just use like my photographic references to gather sort of like the idea that I would just use in the studio. Sometimes I go with the intention of looking for a particular scene, or other times I just come across a scene and then it captures my attention, which I will then later on capture onto the canvas. I never run out of ideas. There's all sorts of ideas that I come across that I want to paint, but sometimes I cannot really have time to work on many ideas, so I go on one particular idea at a time, or sometimes I just work them as a series.
When visiting Swiss Zim Heritage, I noticed that all of your paintings are almost sold. What's it been like seeing people from all over the world appreciate and purchase your art?
Thank you. I must say it's been such a pleasure to see my work going into a lot of homes where it's truly appreciated, and the kind of feedback that I get is what also motivates me to paint every morning up to like into the late hours of the night. It's such a pleasure when you have your work bringing so much joy and being appreciated all over the world. I've got my work collected almost on every continent, and it is something that keeps me going. And if I get the opportunity to also travel to those places where some of my work has been as well, I may not really be able to go to every home or every institution where it's collected, but what a pleasure it will be to go to like any other place where it is, like in every other continent as well, to see the kind of work that I've done from here in Africa, here in Zimbabwe, to see it on the walls where it has been collected yet. So I must say, yeah, it's something that really drives me to continuously want to experiment and bring in some new ideas that can be appreciated all over the world as well. It's quite a good pleasure for me.
And speaking about bringing people together, How important is it for you to bring your Zimbabwean roots to your paintings?
Yes, speaking of bringing us here in the world artistically together, universally, it is very, very important that I bring my Zimbabwean roots to my artwork, because there's a lot of stories that Zimbabwe has to offer to the world. It's such a dynamic country with such a colorful heritage that I feel like it's got to be shared with the rest of the world. So many stories to share and tell from this beautiful country in Southern Africa, and I feel these are stories that can be harmonized with others all over the world as well, which can actually bring people together and create harmony and peace, thereby sharing the joy that we are all yearning for here in the world. So yeah, it is very, very important that we have that sort of synergy of my work and combining it also with the others all over the world to bring that important universality that we all yearn for. Thank you.
Tonderai, thank you so much for being on the show today. So you specialize in visual arts, specifically in acrylics and oils, and what really stands out about your work is how realistic your portraits are. Tell us about your work and how creating art ignites your passion for innovation.
Hi everyone, let me introduce myself again. My name is Tonderai Mujuru. I am an artist from Zimbabwe, and thank you so much for having me on this beautiful show. As you have mentioned, I specialize in visual arts, and I don't only use oils and acrylics but also charcoals and pastels. My passion for art lies in capturing the beauty and essence of my subjects, be it wildlife, human portraits, pet portraits, and a little bit of abstract. I do this in a way that is unique, realistic, and expressive. For me, innovation comes from pushing myself to the limits, experimenting using different mediums, and trying new techniques and styles. My artworks, they are not just paintings on pictures or paintings on walls or paintings on canvases or paintings on paper, but they are stories. I try to maintain this approach to my artworks that is unique and evocative as well. I want my art not only to depict the physical world, but also the beauty that lies within our wildlife, the beauty that lies within the human species, and also the beauty that lies within our nature at large. And I strongly take my artworks as a form of animal conservation as well, especially on my wildlife artworks. I think I'm advocating on behalf of the voiceless animals.
And you mentioned that cultural values inspires you. Tell us about that message and what it means for you.
That's a good note, and that is very, very, very correct. Growing up in Zimbabwe, I've been deeply influenced by the rich cultural traditions and values of my community, in particular the concept of the Ubuntu. We call it the Ubuntu concept, which means humanity towards others, has yet a very profound impact on me. This philosophy emphasizes the importance of empathy, kindness, and compassion, and informs my worldview and my approach to life and art. In my art, I strive to reflect these values and to capture the essence of the people, animals, and places. To me, Ubuntu is not just a concept but a way of life. As Africans, we strongly believe that we are directly connected to our environment as well as animals. If we hate our environment, the environment hates us back. If we love our environment, nature at large, be it animals and everything else, they love and respect us back. These things, they are all connected spiritually. These different aspects of the environment, they are connected. That's what we strongly believe. And the moment you start to respect and relate to them as real beings, real life things, you get an upper understanding that we have to take care of our environment in such a way that it takes care of us back. So in Africa, we're all connected with our environment. That's how we maintain our surroundings. That's how we live together with whatever that we relate to.
And Tonderai, you're also giving back to the community with the ad sales of your work. Tell us about that mission and how people can support it.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's correct. I'm incredibly passionate about using my art to support community and make a positive impact to the people. In fact, for each and every artwork that I sell, I donate a certain portion to organizations that help people, and those organizations that help individuals that are in need in my community. By purchasing my artwork, you are not only supporting my passion for creating art, but also you are contributing to make a difference to the lives of those in need. Likewise, I'm building a family care clinic in my community, and it's in a location whereby there are more than 6,000 households. And to note that there's no any single health institution in this location, it breaks my heart. I'm building this health institution so that people can benefit, can have health facilities closer to their homes. So it's a humanitarian initiative that I started in 2022, and I've been using proceeds from my art sales to purchase the medical equipment, to build the infrastructure. So this health institution is going to give life to people. It's going to solve people's problems in the health. So I'm so happy, and it's something that I'm so proud about, that I'm making a difference in my community. Thank you so much.
Keith, thank you so much for being on the show today. I know that you were mentored by someone named Bethel DeMoyo, and he inspired you. Tell us about how he inspired you and the symbolism behind your work.
Bethel DeMoyo played a significant role in my artistic journey. He inspired me with his passion for art and dedication to his craft, which motivated me to pursue my own artistic dreams. The symbolism in my work often draws from my cultural heritage, as well as the experiences and values that I hold dear.
And Keith, many of your portraits display your rich Zimbabwean roots. How have you been able to bring your passion and culture together?
Throughout my career, I've created numerous portraits that celebrate my Zimbabwean heritage. Some of my notable pieces include a series of paintings that features women in a traditional African attire, such as Tariro. Tariro means hope, Ushevenkosi, the beauty of the Lord. Giving these African names, it's our belief that when you give a child a name that means something to manifest in your life. So I'm inspired to paint women because I was raised by a single mom, the love, the strength that she showed me. To bring my creativity and cultural roots together, I incorporate vibrant colors, patterns, and motifs that are commonly found in Zimbabwe textiles and art. I also use chicken feathers, like if you see some of my paintings. So I'm surrounded with natural things that I can use for my art.
And Keith, you created an art center to give back to your community to help the underprivileged. How has it been using your passion to give back?
Starting the art center was a humbling and eye-opening experience. It was a way for me to give back to my community and share my passion for art with others. The center has provided a creative outlet for underprivileged children and adults, giving them a chance to express themselves through art. I have seen firsthand the transformative power of art and the positive impact it can have on people's lives. Growing up in the rural areas, I didn't have an opportunity to have exposure to show my talent, because there was no art centers, there was no art studios, there were no artists around. But for me, I want to give a chance to the rural community, so that those talented youth in the rural community can have a chance to showcase their art and have exposure. I'm giving back to my community through my art.
Thank you for watching. The Darriel Roy Show is available on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts.